What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Out of the Park Baseball 25 series with the Montreal Expos. This is our midseason check-in and the rookie draft. So we're gonna two birds, one stone this episode. So first things first, let's check in. 52 and 37. We're first in the division. We are having a great year overall. We're just over halfway through the season, and at the moment we are 6.5 games up over the Twins, and we're pretty safe in terms of the wild card race as well. So I think there's a really good chance we're going to win the division, and I think even if we somehow don't, we're going to make the playoffs. So right off the bat, you can see our leaders here: Blaze Alexander, Charlie Condon. Ellie is crushing the ball once again. Evan Carter's on pace for another 40 stolen base season. You can see Cease and Gore throwing a lot of Ks. We do have some bad news, though. The third name you see on that list, Hunter Green, shoulder inflammation. He is out for 4 months. 4 months will take him through the playoffs. Hunter Green is down for the count this year. So we'll get a little bit of a deeper view here. Here's what we're looking at for the pitching staff right now. Hunter Brown was called up in Hunter Green's absence. He has actually struggled in his 2 starts so far. He was pretty well, 1 earned run, 2 runs total in his first start, 9 in his second. So we're going to keep an eye on him. The Green injury was fairly recent, so we'll play some games with that if need be. But as you can see, Mackenzie Gore, 6 and 7, 104 Ks, 1.1 WAR, not doing half bad there. I was hoping for a lot better out of Mackenzie Gore. It's only on pace for 2 WAR. But the numbers are a little misleading there to me, because it seems like he should be accounting for more WAR than that. His ERA plus is still pretty dang good. His Ks are good. His walks are down. He's pitching well, so I don't know where the lack of WAR is there. Dylan Cease, kind of a similar deal. He's definitely having a down year from last year, but he's still, 10 and 5 right now, on pace for close to 200 Ks. The batting average on balls in play, that is where he's kind of struggling right now. Kumar Rocker has been our top dog. He actually got pitcher of the month in April, on pace for 20 wins. The Ks are down. The Ks are not looking great, but everything else is good. And you know what? He doesn't need to be striking guys out a ton if he is going to be winning games. Hunter Brown, we already went over. Palencia is struggling a little bit, but he's earned the chance to at least come out of that little ditch there. And plus, he's not doing half bad, so we'll leave him in there. We called up Bremner for the injured Hunter Green. Bremner's doing pretty well. We also sent Tanner Beebe down. Bremner's doing pretty well for his first real big league action here. Jack Leiter's up. Jack Leiter is another one where his raw numbers have been pretty good, but his WAR is actually negative. We're going to change Askew to a reliever here. He's not going to be a starter for us in the bigs. Andrew's pitching pretty well. Askew just came up, so in his 4 innings, he's doing pretty well. Jose Soriano just came back. Once again, only 4 innings of work, so not a ton of inferences you can make. Luis Gil is struggling a little bit. It has him as a closer. We're going to change that super quick. He's our reliever. AJ Puck, you are the closer for us. Puck's pitching well. Caleb Ferguson is back to that form we had him with that first season with us. On pace for over 120 innings pitched. On pace for over 110 strikeouts. A sub-2 ERA at the moment. Caleb Ferguson is having himself a season. Over to the batters here. Things are a little interesting. First off, Kyle Teal has been killing it for us. Giving him the start against righties was a fantastic decision. Harry Ford I was hoping for a little bit more, but also we got 2 catchers here that have combined for 25 stolen bases, so that is awesome. Chris Bryant is struggling. So unfortunately, Chris Bryant, similar to Corey Seager, he is cratering. His defense is getting a little worse after it got better in the offseason. His batting stats are falling fast. I think this could be his last season. I could definitely see him retiring after this one. At the very least, he's not going to be a starter for us next season in all likelihood. Kyle Lewis remains the DH against lefties. He's terrible. He's playing terrible, but we don't really have a better option at the moment. So we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let him be him and see, maybe he picks it up a little, or maybe we maneuver a little bit and get a new DH. That we are nearing the deadline, so that could be something we look to do at the end of July. Blaze Alexander is having a career year, so we're breaking the theme of guys underperforming. Blaze Alexander is having a fantastic season at second base, on pace for 6+ WAR, on pace for 160 hits, 20 plus home runs. The OPS plus is the best it's ever been. Fielding wise, he's been a great fielding second baseman. Blaze Alexander is an all-star for this season, and he deserves to be. J.P. Crawford, he's doing well in his platoon role. Seager's struggling a little bit, but as a DH, he's hitting the ball well, and he's hitting it with some level of power. So that's all I can really ask of Corey Seager. Ellie backing up his MVP season with another MVP season. 33 home runs at the All-Star break, on pace for 60. On pace for another 150 RBIs. Ellie De La Cruz is really going to cement himself in that MVP conversation. Although we're going to take a look at league stats before the draft, and I have a feeling Wyatt Langford is also putting up one hell of a fight. Charlie Condon, little disappointing. I was hoping for a bit more power this season, but he's playing very well. OPS plus is up there. He's been a good fielder. Charlie Condon is giving everything that we needed out of him. Evan Carter, same deal. Was hoping for a little bit more at the plate, but he is playing well and he's doing everything that we ask of him. So I can't be disappointed with two guys that could be in the MVP conversation having simply good seasons. Can't be too bummed about that. Brenton Doyle's playing well. He's the defensive superstar for us. Ryland Thomas actually came up. We got rid of Dalton Varsho. He wasn't really providing anything. And plus, Ryland Thomas came up, and in very, very limited playing time, he's playing well. He's earned the spot. He's earned to be on the big league roster for at least the moment. Braden Montgomery. I'm having Sandro Fabian flashbacks here. Montgomery hitting the ball hard, not hitting a ton, and not drawing walks. Oh my goodness. Sorry for clicking on Ryland Thomas twice there. Braden Montgomery, he still has the spot, but I'm thinking we're going to start giving Ryland Thomas a bit more of a run there. Really, Montgomery, he's not hitting the ball well enough to justify the right field spot. It's a big drop-off from Adolis Garcia. And, luckily we're not feeling it too much in the overall record, but it's a bit of a bummer when we had an all-star in Adolis and we let him walk. So let's pull up the league-wide statistics here. Bobby Witt, Wyatt Langford. You see a lot of Wyatt Langford. You see Bobby Witt in the average, Ellie for RBIs. But, Ellie and Wyatt are neck and neck. And then we're going to come over. So this is combined leagues, but almost every single player here is in the AL. Wyatt Langford is the runaway MVP right now, with Bobby Witt actually second and Ellie third. I think if anyone had to vote today, they're absolutely voting Wyatt Langford. He is a superstar. I'd love to see him be the bride, because he's been the bridesmaid, I think, 3 times so far he's been second in MVP voting. But I'd love to see him get his. A lot of Wyatt Langford here. Shaw for triples, Joey Gallo for strikeouts, of course Joey Gallo for strikeouts, Carter for stolen bases. Who is this? Sung Chae Chen. Is this a real player? This is a real player, Second place for stolen bases, good for the Pirates. Langford's OPS plus is above 200. That is insane. Coming on over to pitching leaders, Bobby Miller for wins. We got guys in second and third. Edwin Diaz for saves. You see Puck on there. Jordan Montgomery, Mason Miller, Ricky Tiedemann, Tariq Skubal, and Luis Castillo for WAR. Those guys are all under a blanket there. Tiedemann for K's. Reed Detmers is up there. Mason Miller, Schultz, DL Hall. Tiedemann also for walks, though, which is a very interesting dynamic. I think if he's pulling in that many strikeouts, it's totally worth it. 12 plus strikeouts per 9. If we come down to holds, let's see if we can find where holds are. Holds right here. Edwin Escobar with Ferguson in second. Or they're actually tied for first. Bennett Sousa with 16, yet he got sent down by San Diego. The AI sometimes a little peculiar there. We'll check out the league standings here. You can see Boston and Baltimore neck and neck in the East. We have a lead in the North. Seattle has a lead in the West by a little over Colorado. Texas and Tampa in the South. It looks like the wild card is going to essentially be Baltimore, or at least Boston, one of the AL East teams, and then a fight between everyone else. On the NL side, you got the Mets, Phillies, and Pirates, all within striking distance. The entire NL North above 500, and in the wild card hunt or the division hunt. And then vice versa, the entire NL West sub 500. The South has two solid teams in St. Louis and Arizona. The NL could be super interesting if that keeps up with the West struggling and the North killing it. You could be last in the North but first in the West. That's crazy. Well, without further ado, let's get to drafting. So we're going into this with minimal research done. I'm thinking we're going to want to go heavy on a batter in the first round, then heavy pitchers for the rest of it. A lot of our top prospects are pitchers. We don't have a ton of close to MLB top prospects as far as batters go. We're going to favor college players. Jeff Borgman here out of the University of Florida looks like a superstar. I'll be shocked if he does not go #1 overall. Billy Perry here looks like a player that we actually could be interested in as a first baseman. He might fall a little bit. Out of Georgia Gwinnett College, JUCO. Bob Geary for pitchers. Bob Geary looks very good. Jimmy Fox. We'll see what it brings us. We'll go back over here, start the draft. We'll do the first 10 picks here. San Fran goes Luis Queen. Okay, not the center fielder. I really thought it would have been the center fielder, but that's a solid pitcher to take. Utah's going to go Billy Perry. I thought Billy Perry was going to fall. First baseman at pick 2 is a little bold. Ignacio Polanco, third. That's a good second baseman. Okay, these are some great prospects here. Borgman there, who we covered, to Chicago. Dan Ridenour. Dan Ridenour looks like a third baseman more than a shortstop. Good batter. Going to be interesting to see if he develops here. Brad Segala goes #7, a power hitting outfielder. Alexis 0144 Niera looks like a great pitching prospect. Terrible personality though. Pick #9 is Josh Roush. Josh Roush looks like an elite prospect as well. This is a stacked draft. And then pick I was off by one. This pick #9 going to be Nate Tucker. Nate Tucker looks stout as heck. This draft is loaded. Then pick #10, Jeremy Vlahovic, a college player out of Illinois Springfield. Looks like he's very close to MLB level. Okay, so now we're going to go to our pick. We're just going to see who the scouting director recommends. He's saying Sean Gundrum. Sean Gundrum is too far away for my liking. Let's take a look here. Steve Jorgensen. No. Dave Campos. Dave Campos might be the pick. Good pitcher. I know we said we're going to want to go a batter and a college player. He's a high school pitcher. But it looks like all the really stout college players went. Jamie Ehrman we're going to go Jamie Ehrman, I think, actually. So my thinking here is that if Blaze Alexander performs as he has been, he's going to want a huge extension. I'm not sure we can justify it. Jamie Ehrman will give us that middle infielder to replace Blaze Alexander. Other than that, we got some relievers. We got Regan Staub, but not as good as Ehrman. Jimmy Fox, the reliever, who looks nuts. Amari Dudu, too far away from my liking. We want someone who we can probably call up within the next 2 years or so as this #1 pick. So we are going to make the pick. We're going to go 19-year-old Jamie Ehrman out of Mesa Community College, and we are just going to meet his demand because he wants well below slot value. Back to us again. Dave Campos still available here in the supplemental first round. We are going to go Dave Campos, and we are just going to meet his demand. We're just going to get him what he wants. Here for round 2 now. Jim Fasano still available. Jorgensen still available. BJ Harrington. BJ Harrington looks stout. I think we're going to go BJ Harrington here. Going to meet his demand. I'd typically just meet demand. It's easier for me, and you eliminate the risk of a guy not signing, especially for these early picks where it really matters. Randy Parson. We're going to go with a third pitcher here early. Josh Vick is available. Josh Vick is pretty good. Left fielder Jonathan Clark. Outstanding gap power. Not a great defender, though. We might go Jonathan Clark. Eric Morris, Ken Price, Doug Olson. Doug Olson, let's take a look at you. Too far away. That's a 3 to 5 year development process. Houston, Babel. Not a great defender, honestly. We're going to come up here. We're just going to go with the pick that I think made the most sense. And we are going to go with, where is he? Doug Olson. 18-year-old, solid player, meet that demand. 5th round pick here. I think we got to go Jimmy Fox here. Elite reliever. That holds a lot of value, especially as an 18-year-old who looks pretty close to development. 6th round now. Glenn Ahola. I think another elite reliever. Lock him up. Get him on our team, in our system. That'll help us win games, and it'll help me shut down in the 7, 8, 9 inning range. Another elite reliever. Gosh. We're not going to take him here. I think we want to go for higher upside guys. But, I mean, I love how many there are available. Easy pick here. Ben Chacon. Ben Chacon, elite defender in the middle of the infield. Decent batter. At the very least, he has high potential as an MLB platoon guy. Okay, there was a run on relievers right there. Let's take a look at a lot of pitchers still, a lot of relievers. We're going to take a look at Jared Caudron. Not good enough, not enough upside there for me. Manuel Dawson. We'll go Manuel Dawson here. High school player, so he's far out, but he's got some high upside. Sean Quam. Not enough upside there. That's a change-up primary is a tough one to sell for a high schooler. Raheem Jala, easy pick here. Good contact. Good defense. Easy pick there, Raheem Jala. And at the very least, some of these college kids will at least help the teams play well. And when the teams play well, guys are going to develop a little better. Steve Gagliardi here, good reliever. We're going to load up on relievers this draft, apparently. Let's see what we got here. Nate Krause, Kevin Fahey. We're going to go Kevin Fahey. Lowercase j, Jadir Reynolds. Just because of that lowercase j, we are not going to take it. We're going to go Max Seltzer here. Max Seltzer's got the elite power. I know he's a first baseman, so he doesn't have a ton of high upside defensively, but he's got upside in power. If he can develop that power, he has a potential to be an MLB player. We are going to go with Chris Bartesh. Chris Barsh. Easy one there, round 14 now. Sergio Castillo, congrats. You are an Expo if you want to sign with us. Devin Hermanson. We're going to go Devin Hermanson here. We're loading up on relievers. I want our minor league teams to be good. Oh, that dude was out of UConn. Good for you, Devin Hermanson. Sort by overall right here. Just a ton of relievers. JJ Luce, you're a great defender. Congrats. You are an Expo. Alright, we're going to sort here for the last couple picks. Let's go by batting potential. Let's take a look at contact potential. Center fielder, Zach Winsky. Great personality. He might be the pick. Catcher, John Ott. You're not a catcher. You have terrible defense. We're going to go with 17-year-old Winsky. Power ratings. We got 2 college kids. We're going to go with Shamel Lothar because he can play infield and outfield. Next pick, we're going to come over to pitchers here, pitching potential. Take a look at the stuff. Lots of relievers with some high-level stuff. Pat Barney, easy selection there. Zaire Bethea. We're going to go Zaire Bethea, another reliever. Hopefully can help us win some games in the minors. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the rookie draft. We're going to conclude the episode there. I will check in with you guys for roster expansion. We'll take a look at the playoff push, and I will see you guys next time.